For those that don't know who SBF is, I actually learned about him like 8 months ago because it was most generous billionaire, they called him. So there's this whole video about him. He was 28 years old at the time here, and the whole video is about how he's going to be giving billions away from his wealth to save the world, and like this really altruistic video about what a great guy SBF is. And for the longest time, that's all I really knew about him. And then this. Apparently the guy was super sketchy. Like, really shady. No, that is what the whole video is. I'm not making that shit up. This whole video is, like, sucking on his ass about how he's amazing. And then he sucks his own dick about, like, yeah, I'm kind of amazing because I'm so generous. Condolences to anyone that had money in the FTX exchange, though. God rest your soul. And your wallet.
So even though CZ said that this was not a move against a competitor, it kind of looked like it was, right?
I just say go mask off. This is an absolute gut punch here. So I guess the report highlighted that they didn't have access to those funds. They weren't liquid and they were like held in other tokens. So CZ read that and he's like, oh, bet. So that means they couldn't actually cash me out. So I'm going to tank everything. And he did. And I guess most people followed suit since the price tanked.
Well, this is where everyone just basically waited with bated breath to see what was going to happen.
And everyone loved the answer.
Uh-oh, this looks pretty bad. They froze withdrawals. And at the same time, the team basically went totally silent. And people commented on how bad this looks on them. Why aren't they speaking? And people started to circle back to old clips of Sam Bankman-Fried describing DeFi and crypto as basically a Ponzi scheme positively. And they wondered, how did any of us trust this guy?
I think about
that is how all of this shit plays out. You have an absolute disaster, and then everyone, like, it's like post-nut clarity. Everyone's like, all of a sudden, all of these red flags for years. What the fuck was I thinking? Like, every time. It has to be, like, some level of brainwashing, right? Where you just, it sounds so good, so you convince yourself it's all true, and you ignore all of that shit. Like, you go against better judgment and logic just to continue to believe in it. I don't know. It's so weird, though. That happens in, like, every situation so far, with crypto specifically. Thanks to resub Elgato, Itanori, and that guy Yav. Just to confirm I'm understanding the FTX collapse, over 1 million people put $1 billion in assets into a crypto company founded in the Bahamas by a 28-year-old. There's a little more nuance than that, but, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess. That 28-year-old, though, is very likable. He was saving the world, god damn it.
But if you have your money locked up on FTX and you're clinched up right now, take a deep breath because things look like they might be fine. Although,
so this was 4 days ago? Things weren't fine. It wasn't. This is Charles from the future. It was anything but fine. This is like the one time CoffeeZilla's been wrong because he was being a little too optimistic. Yeah, so this was mainly the basics I wanted to get. So this explains how the collapse happened. It seemed like it was almost entirely started because of CZ and that leaked information coming out and him exploiting it. And you know what? That sounds deserved, honestly. Yeah, I know you uploaded it. I was going in order here. So he's been covering it, like, actively because it's been so, like, evolving every day. It's because SBF was being hella irresponsible. Yeah, I mean, that too, obviously. But it seems like it really all started when CZ made that massive dump, and then it just started that collapse. Crypto bros are all, like, decentralized, and now one person from the biggest exchange can just take down the second biggest exchange. Well, I saw that floating around a lot. This really wasn't, like, decentralized. Like, SBF kind of made it clear it wasn't, really. It exposed how centralized crypto is right now. Yep, I guess. CZ bankrupts his biggest competitor while also destroying the people who invested just because he can. And idiots still think crypto is a good investment. Well, I mean, you'll get no argument from me. I don't think anyone is under the impression crypto's in a great spot. Hopefully people stop putting money into crypto. Like, that'd be huge, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. All these sad stories are just going to continue to pile up. Like, I laugh at, like, FTX and this guy, the CEO, but I feel bad for, like, the 60-year-old dudes who just got convinced by their frat bro grandchildren that their money was better off invested in crypto because it's guaranteed returns or some shit. I do feel bad for them. Average people get fucked more than anyone at the top. No, I mean, they do. Average people absolutely lose more. But I think the people at the top get, like, super fucked as well. Do Kwon, I think, is still on the FBI's most wanted list, right? Let me see. That was the guy behind Terra Luna. Let me just do Do Kwon. Let me see if it comes up. Martin Shkreli tells Do Kwon jail's not that bad. From billionaire to nearly homeless, the tale of 3 crypto CEOs. Average people don't have the money to lose, so they get it worse. Yeah, I would agree with that. But at least the people at the top do face huge repercussions. Like, again, I'm pretty sure Do Kwon is still one of the most wanted because he ran. At least he did when it first happened, and they're trying to track him down. Maybe he's not anymore. Atrioc's video explains his motivation. wait, the Atrioc in his head? I didn't see Atrioc post anything about it. Maybe I just didn't see it pop up in my feed. Oh, here's his video on FTX. Oh, you're right. Yeah, he did go over the entire situation here. I didn't even see this go up. Why does anyone care? I always hate that perspective too. Why do you care? Because it's fun to laugh at. It's that simple. And it's a platform I do use every day. So I clearly see it as well. Oh, while we're already here, I kind of want to see Atrioc pick up the FTX saga post-collapse.
All right. I'm going to try and explain what's been going on with FTX, which is the largest crash in crypto history and probably the end of crypto. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I showed you.
Next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world.
Hi, my name is Sam, and this is my story.
Sam has crazy hair. Sam
it is crazy hair.
In the Bahamas with 10 roommates. Sam is 29 years old only, but Sam has $22 billion.
Or so he did, because as of today, he is worth exactly 0 and facing jail time. So let's get...
Damn, I read that he had $22, but maybe they were just being nice. Yeah, I wasn't exaggerating. His net worth is legitimately non-existent right now. It's just wiped out. Also in the video, I don't know if Atrioc's going to play much more of it. Big A probably won't let this one ride because it's a really stinky video. But when they're interviewing Sam, they ask him how he gets started. And I shit you not, he made it sound super easy that anyone could do it. He said, oh, well, you start with $10 million, and I noticed that Bitcoin was at $10,000 on a US exchange, but $11,000 on a Japan exchange. So I put my $10 million into Bitcoin at 10K, and then sold it for a 1K profit on the Japan exchange. And I did this every weekday, making $1 million a day. It's that easy. You just got to start with $10 million, and you too can be the next Sam.
Don't be like Larry. Don't miss out on crypto, on NFTs, on the next big thing.
God, that feels so good. Oh my lord. I don't remember that commercial like that, but that is beautiful. Larry was not wrong. That is correct. Man called it. Maybe we all need to be a little bit more like Larry. That's one other thing that I've talked about a lot, but I can never understate the importance of it. I think the way these exchanges, as well as just like general NFTs and crypto, the way they present themselves and market themselves is so evil. They are very clearly targeting either older people or people with legitimate FOMO, fear of missing out. They're always saying it's safe. You're going to make money. Like, there's really no risk involved. It's easy to start up. It's quick. Like, you are stupid if you're not putting your money in crypto because it's so guaranteed. And it's fucking wild how effective that is. Now, of course, I did the same thing. Yeah, 100%. Like, when this shit was hitting hard, and it really wasn't crypto, it was GameStop stock because I had such a bad, such a bad time. Like, I was so upset that I missed out on GameStop stock because I got told about it really early. I was like, nah, it's fucking stupid. So then GameStop happened, and then immediately the crypto boom happened after I'd already been in crypto for like 3 years prior, but just never got serious about it. And I had such bad FOMO, I was like, fuck it, I'm going all in on like every crypto, and lost everything in crypto, in every department of crypto. Well, I guess I haven't lost it because I still have all of it, but it's all worthless now. It's completely worthless. Half of them are rug pulls anyway. But like the marketing targets people with my mental illness, where it's like, oh, you mean like, like it's guaranteed? Like a cheat code? Oh, like it's safe too? Oh shit, okay, then I'm in.
But then we find out
I am a 10 out of 10. Is that flirting? Like, I don't even understand what that means. Like a 10 out of 10 on the excitement scale? What the fuck is that even in reference to? You can buy a banana. I'm a 10 out of 10! Holy shit!
in the story, I sit 10 feet from him and I walked over thinking, oh shit, that was really good. And it turns out that fucker was playing League of Legends throughout the entire meeting. We were incredibly impressed. It was one of those your hair is blown back type of meetings.
What?
This dude was rambling about buying bananas in a fictional super app to so-called the smartest investors in Silicon Valley while playing bronze-level League of Legends, and they gave him hundreds of millions of dollars.
That's such a... that goes so hard.
What if they bought a holographic Charizard?
Whoa! Bro, Big A and I are in the same fucking headspace here. Oh my god, we're mind melding. What the fuck? This is not pre-watched. Literally not pre-watched. My god.
You say you give him $300,000.
No, I swear to god it's not pre-watched. He uploaded this during my stream.
Alright.
No, I swear, I promise. I'm not a fraud. I'm no SBF. I've been streaming for an hour 30. He uploaded this 49 minutes ago. The math vindicates me. It proves I'm innocent. So this ties back into the CoffeeZilla video, in case anyone was confused when we were going over that. They put it, apparently, it came out in the research, they were putting everyone's money into shit coins. So I believe they had like Solana in there. They had their own like native one, the FTT token. Fuck, what were the others? Shit. There was a couple more. Literally just taking this money and putting it into shitcoins. They were basically just me, but with more money, with like terrible fucking shitcoins that are gonna get you nothing. So when people had this bank run, they couldn't pay them back because they couldn't sell those coins or anything. They couldn't actually give money back. So that's how all of it just started to crumble and collapse. So did that drastically cause like hundreds of rug pulls basically? It tanked it. So like the FTT, for example, one of the ones that they went hard on with taking that money and putting it into, that collapsed. Like the FTT died because of all of the withdrawals and not being able to do that. So the FTT absolutely died. And that was also because of CZ dumping all of his.
Big advocate for Sam because he has two parents that are compliance lawyers. If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX. So,
you know, what they're doing right here is...
Hey, this is Mr. Wonderful, the guy that said people living in poverty is great because it gives them something to work towards or whatever. Fuck, I'm misquoting him. It was even worse than that.
And so once that leak comes out, the CEO of Binance, which is this guy,
CZ,
basically says, I own a good amount of FTT token, and I'm going to dump it all. And that's going to make the price of this crash because it already is a shaky investment. It's not really worth what you say it is.
I do think, like, extending this further beyond FTX, I really feel like this is, like, something that could happen to any crypto exchange. Maybe not Binance. I think Binance is at a point where they're too big to fail. I don't think they're, like, insolvent or anything. I don't think they could be hit by something like this, but I feel like every fucking other crypto exchange can. You never know. Hey, again, you never know. I did say that behavior from CZ, while being a Giga Chad move, has historically been, like, a dagger in the future. Dokwon said something similar, did something similar on Twitter days before Terra Luna died. In very similar and tragic fashion. So, it could. It absolutely could.
Well, all of the audits for FTX were performed by the first ever CPA firm in the metaverse. This is the firm that Wall Street relied upon to do accurate accounting on fucking FTX. Now, let's talk about Binance real quick before we get on.
Well, let's hold on. Let's talk about the first ever CPA in the metaverse. Is there any point ever so far where the metaverse hasn't copped a huge L. I wouldn't even think metaverse would be implicated here, and yet it still somehow finds a way to be front and center at another major fuck up. That is so beautiful. That is the gift that just keeps on giving. Oh my god, what a joke. And there are still people that firmly swear by the viability of the metaverse. Everything that it even remotely comes in contact with is ruined and trash. That's so wonderful.
And someone said, yeah, okay, FTX is dead, but Binance is fine. And I said, Pepe laugh. Because guess what?
Oh.
As of today, a few hours ago, it shows
Whoa.
that Binance's reserves are almost half of its holdings in its own token.
No.
It's the same problem. So crypto as a whole, basically every exchange,
Binance.
maybe buying Bitcoin
Why?
on Coinbase, is fucking fraudulent.
Rough.
It's all fraudulent all the way down. He basically said that. Like, I'm not even changing too many words. Matt Levine on the podcast said this.
I think of myself as like a fairly cynical person, and
He's a tier 1 Canada.
was so much more cynical
Yeah,
than how I would have described farming. Like, you're just like, well, I'm in the Ponzi business, and it's pretty good.
And nobody called him out. And this guy kept on living as a billionaire and crushing it for another like year after this. Because again, this guy's absolutely the modern day version of Enron. By the way, guess who is appointed as the new CEO of FTX today?
Wait, let me guess. I want to take a guess. CZ. I'm gonna go with a wacky one. CZ.
Oversee its liquidation. John J. Ray, the guy that
I don't know
liquidated
who that is.
Enron 20
Oh.
years ago. It's a
Cool.
full circle. This dude's back. Oh, here's a little cherry to end it on. Update, as of a few minutes ago, FTX official and FTX...
Oh, yeah, this is the hack I
wallets
was
have
talking
been
about.
hacked, with over $600 million leaving the exchange late Friday. It's convenient, hacked. I'm sure this is probably a last-minute looting by people that had access in the Bahamas to whatever was left of this fucking absolute Ponzi scheme.
No, TSM, yeah, of course. They literally were owned by FTX. I just don't think I've ever seen an FTX shill on like a YouTuber FTX shill. There's been a lot of celebrity FTX shills. Yeah, maybe it was more the like financial side of YouTube, which I don't really tap into because I think a lot of it's just terrible advice. That was beautiful. I would say even if you have your own Bitcoin on your own wallet, be very afraid. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with that anymore. This shit is so crazy. What's Bitcoin worth right now? I haven't been keeping up with the crypto L's. They've just been piling up so much. 16.8k. Wow. Wow. you whew. Ew. Ooh. Ew. Ew. I remember all the cope from the crypto community when Bitcoin first started crashing saying that this happens all the time. And they weren't wrong. For a while it did. This was like a pattern Bitcoin used to follow of like going way up on a rush and then collapsing for a bit, stabilizing, then popping off again. Just have to wonder, when's that pop-off coming? Because usually it doesn't take a full year for a pop-off. It'd usually just be down for like 4 months maybe. At least back when I actively paid attention to it, which was like 2016, 2017. Click the 5-year. Oh, the 5-year is going to be cheating. The 5-year, it's about what it was in 2020. A little higher. Yeah, and then here's where it was back in the golden age of crypto. This is when you were like actually early and could make a fat stack. Can't see? Oh, here. Give it 2 to 3 years, you'll have another rush maybe. Yeah, it very well could. I have no idea. I think the public perception of crypto in general has been tainted by NFTs forever and has done irreparable damage to people's faith as like in the future of like a crypto or NFT thing. And I think this is an indisputable fact. There are more scams, more rug pulls, and more absolutely disastrous situations now than any time in crypto history. I first got in crypto back in it was either late 2015 or early 2016. I don't really remember now, but it was sometime during there, and that you had things like, you know, BitConnect over the years. You had Mt. Gox. You had some big ones, but now you have those amplified. You have many more of those. Ooh, they still have it in their name. Eek. Along with the rest of the world, TSM has been closely following the situation surrounding FTX. We have no insight into the matter other than what has been reported publicly. We are currently consulting legal counsel to determine the best next steps to protect our team, staff, fans, and players. To be clear, TSM is built on a solid foundation. We are stable and profitable, and we continue to forecast profitability for this year, next year, and beyond. We look forward to a great year in 2023. Nice. Are they profitable? I didn't recall them being one of the orgs that had actually made profit. I know 100 Thieves is. Let's see. I feel like they were only profitable because of the $260 million deal with FTX. But maybe I'm just not remembering fully. It's been a while since I checked in here. Let's see. It's the most valuable, and is still the most valuable. Where can I find more info on their profitability? They made it... Okay, so last year they claimed they finally had profit. Okay. And it was a $210 million deal, not $260. I'll just take their word for it. I have no reason to doubt it. Really want to know how much Tom Brady lost? Oh, so do I. I'm really curious how much Tom Brady lost. Holy shit. Yeah, 100 Thieves is profitable not from their esports, but from all of their like acquisitions of other companies, as well as their merch.